Hello everyone, this is Cesar. Happy 2020. This is our first video in Cesar All Guitar for 2020, and today we are going to talk about Telecaster saddles, and we are going to install these ones in one of our Telecasters. Well, so as you see here, we have three Telecasters. The one on the right, as you look at your screen, is my custom FMT HH, FMT flame maple top, HH humbucker, right? The one in the middle is my 52 reissue, right? It's a vintage style guitar. And the one at the left is my original 60 custom, right? My custom original 60 Telecaster. That is a guitar that we are gonna see in detail now at the bench, because that's the one we are gonna work on in the video. Now, let me show you the difference in the bridges. Let's focus, look at Bender. Bender, say hello, say hello. Now we are gonna look at the FMT HH. That has a modern bridge with 6 saddles, right? 1 per string. If we look at the 52 reissue, this one has the so-called vintage bridge with 3 saddles, and the saddles are made of brass. And if we look at the original 60s, right, this one has also a kind of vintage bridge, but the saddles are made of steel. And that's the one, as I said, that we are going to be working on today. Well, so let me tell you what we are going to do today to this beautiful guitar, because it's beautiful, right? And it sounds amazing. Anyway, so we are going to change the pickguard, this one, the white one, and we are going to install this Tortoise one, right? If you follow my channel, you know that I am an addict to this type of pickguards. I know a lot of people hate them. I love them. And I'm going to put one of those here, right? That's going to be easy because there's nothing attached to these pickguards in the Telecasters, right? And the second thing we are going to do is we are going to install these high performance saddles from graphtec. We are going to change the saddles here, right? Nothing wrong with the original saddles of the guitar. We will keep them, of course. And if I don't like how the guitar sounds after installing these ones, we are going to put them back. And the other night at the roof party gig that we had in New Year's Eve, it was fantastic. I have very sore fingers. We were playing for more than 5 hours. It was a great party. That company knows how to throw a party, believe me. Well, the other guitar player, the rhythm guitar player, and I were talking guitars after the gig, you know, having breakfast actually, and he told me he has one of those in his Telecaster. So I got this set here at Guitar Center in Miami. By the way, I mean, they were marked in the website like at $39, $49, I cannot remember, but they sold them to me for $19, apparently because you can see that the package is kind of yellowish. They were there for many years, apparently. Nobody bought them, so I think they were having them on sale. $19, and we are going to install them. If we don't like them, as I said, we are going to take them back, okay? I also have these ones that are brass replacement for my 52 reissue, that as you see, these ones have the groove for the string in the saddle, right? And the 52 reissue don't have them. So, well, I mean, let's see. We are gonna install the graphtec ones, and I will let you know if there is any perceptible change in tone, sustain, and well, what we are gonna do is we are gonna intonate the guitar, so we will see how the guitar does intonate with these saddles are compensated, right? These type of bridges are not known for, let's say, very good intonation. Think about the fact that there's 2 strings sharing the same saddle. But anyway, let's see how it goes. Okay, let's start with the pickguard. I have already peeled the Tortoise one, it was having 2 layers of protection, so 10 points, right? I mean, taking account that I have only paid $9 for this, it's fantastic, right? Well, I don't know where the fixation for the Tortoise thing is coming, right? I think it was from when I was a very, very young guy and I was going to the Conservatory of Music every day. You know that I have a degree in classical guitar, and I was watching these beautiful Strats and Strat copies with these Tortoise everywhere. I know some people hate them, but I absolutely love them, right? Let's proceed. It's going to be easy. And while we do this, just letting you know that of course the channel is going to continue in 2020. More lessons, tips. I don't do live streams. The reason why I don't do live streams is that basically I prefer to spend time playing and practicing, because I try to practice when I'm not traveling. I try to practice as much as I can. I love playing, right? So the time that I will spend with live streaming or getting into the live streams of other channels, unless they are very good friends of mine, I much rather prefer to spend it practicing and preparing new things for you guys. Well, anyway, the idea is the next one. This guitar is, at the end of the day, is a kind of a reissue because it's a classic 60s, right? Though it has a couple of different characteristics that we will mention later. Well, this means that the truss rod access is here at the heel, and this may put off many people from buying this type of guitars. But these reissues, like my 52 by the way, have here a channel, right, that you can access perfectly the truss rod without taking your neck off, right? Just taking the pickguard off, like if you were taking off a truss rod cover. And I made myself this little tool with a screwdriver, bending it more or less 90 degrees, so I can access perfectly the truss rod, and I don't have to take my neck off in order to adjust the relief of the guitar. Stumac, I know, sells one of these tools, of course a more sophisticated one, but I have this one and it works beautifully for me, right? Now, again, I know that some of you may not like it at all, but honestly, I think it looks the part, right? Important, all the holes are absolutely fitting. Here with the plate, it doesn't interfere with the plate. So very good. Let's screw it back. And I love the way it looks now, really. I absolutely love it. Well, I really think it's beautiful. What can I say, right? Anyway, now let's go with the saddles and let me give you a closer perspective of the bridge. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our calipers and we are gonna measure the distance to the plate here. Why? Basically because once we install the new ones, in order to not to spend hours intonating the guitar, we're gonna be roughly on that geography, right? So though we will have to adjust the string height and intonate the guitar anyway, we will be closer to the original one if we take some notes. So paper, pen, and the calipers, and I always do it from the interior of the saddle, right? First one, 0.489. Very good. 0, yes, Second one. .526. 0. Yes, and the third one 0.576. Okay, so though, as I say, we will have to intone it anyway, it would be a much easier job doing that. Now, let's protect this part of the guitar, and this paper is a fantastic way of doing that. And now let me show you something that you should take in account if you are going to perform something like that in one of your guitars, basically changing the saddles. And it's about the screwdriver that you need to use. If you use a very short one like this one, you are going to be forced to put it at an angle, right? And it's not going to be ideal to operate. But if you use a one with a prolonger here, with an extension, right, like this one, you can work practically parallel to the body, and it's going to be much easier. Let me show you what I mean, right? Much easier for you, and it's going to be easy on the screw too. So we take off the saddles. Now the new ones, well, new, I mean the graphtec ones, they come with an Allen key in order to adjust the string height, high performance saddles, there you go, with some literature here and here, just in case you want to, let me get into the movie, you wanna take a note. Good. And we are gonna start in the same order that we have them here. First one. We'll adjust the distance for the intonation later. Dexterity is important for this type of operations. Good. Second one. Very good. So now what we will do is we are going to use the measurements that we have taken, and we are going to adjust the saddles to those measurements, right? 0.489. And guys, this is totally approximation, right? Is basically, I would say, a gross way of doing that, but at least it's gonna help us not to spend hours intonating. Probably we were too aggressive. No, perfect. Second one, 0.526. There we go. and on the interior, as we said. Again, remember, long screwdriver. It's gonna make your life easier, believe me. Perfect. 574, but we can live with that. Now, it seems to me it may be just an impression that the string spacing is going to be wider with these saddles, and then we are going to have a situation, because then we will have the first and the sixth strings, right? If the string spacing is too wide, we are going to have the first and the sixth string, sorry for the dizziness, going out of the fretboard. But it may just be an impression. There is another thing I wanna mention, and is the string tree. I replaced this string tree some time ago, when I replaced the ones from my FNTHH, and one person in the audience was somehow criticizing that they will look much better in black because the guitar was having black ferrules, etc., etc. Well, I mean, this is a very simple fix. Look, we are gonna take our string tree off the guitar. There you can see it. And we have a Sharpie here, a beautiful Sharpie. And look how easy it is to transform this string tree into a black string tree. I'm gonna spare you from the entire painting, but it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, so for the viewer that was concerned about the aesthetics of my FNTHH, no problem. Okay, we'll show you once it's totally done. Well, look at that beautiful string tree, totally painted in black with our Sharpie. Now we have put the strings back, right? And let me show you what we are going to do next. A couple of things before we adjust the string height and we do the intonation, right? In this type of guitars, you need to adjust the neck pickup before you put the pickguard back again, because these reissues, vintage, etc. don't have the holes here to adjust the neck pickup, right? We have already adjusted this pickup and also the bridge pickup to the specs that Fender have for vintage pickups. Concretely speaking, those pickups are 64 pure vintage gray bottom, okay? Neck and treble, neck and bridge. We have already adjusted them to the specs that Fender has for vintage pickups that are basically 2.4 millimeters in the bass side for both pickups and 2 millimeters for the treble side. Again, those are just the Fender specs, right? You need to listen to the guitar and to find the sweet spot that will suit your ears, right? We can do it later in a different video if you want. Usually with my 52 reissue and this one, that works for me, okay? But remember, you need to adjust this pickup, the neck pickup, before you put your pickguard back in the guitar, okay? Now what we are going to do is we are going to do the string height and the intonation. And we are going to do the intonation with the Kemper in this occasion, with the tuner of the Kemper that is like a stroboscope. It's a fantastic tuner. So, talking about tuner, stay tuned. Well, now we are going to do the string height, and yes, new day, new shirt. This is how it works, guys. And we are going to leave our papers there, because after this we are going to intonate, then we are going to keep the guitar protected. But before we do that, we need to check the neck relief. So, capo at the first fret. I'm going to show it because there's always the intelligent person in the audience who says he has not put the cape at the first fret. There we go. And according to Fender, a 9.5 inches radius like this one needs to have a 10,000ths of an inch relief. By the way, that's the relief that I put in all my necks in electric guitars. 0.25 millimeters, 10,000ths of an inch. And we check. And we are there, yes. It's perfect. I was expecting that this neck doesn't move at all, and we have put the same gauge, by the way, 10 to 46 of strings here. So now that we know that the relief is the right one, we are gonna then, yes, do the string height. Now, according to Fender, we need to measure at the 17th fret the string height, and in a guitar like this with a 9.5 inches radius, they recommend 1/16 of an inch, which is 1.6 millimeters. So we go to our 17th fret, and we are far away from that. We are really very high now. We are above the 2 millimeters after changing the saddles, right? Which was totally expected because the saddles were coming like that, and we have not done anything to them. So we are gonna take the saddles down now, starting with this, and 17th, little bit more, but we are more or less there. Okay, sorry, my eyes, doctor, my eyes. I think this is gonna make it. Yeah, still a little bit. My tendency is going to the 12th fret. Yeah, this is going to be it for this string, and we are going to do the same for the 6 strings. I'm gonna do this probably in high speed, okay? Very good, and now we are gonna go and proceed to the intonation. Well guys, in my quest of showing you how this thing works, this is the setup that I came with. So, well, now, a couple of things. The intonation is always a process that is searching for a compromise, right? There's not such a thing as a perfect intonation because, well, for many reasons, physics, right? I'm not gonna go into everything here, but especially in this type of guitars where two strings are sharing one saddle, is even more imperfect, let's say. But the saddles that we have installed, the graphtec saddles, are compensated, so they should help us to go closer to a better, to a good intonation, I would say, when we compare them versus the traditional saddles, right? And we are gonna have the reality test just now, right? So let's hit the 12th fret harmonic at the 6th string, and as you see, we are in tune. And now let's hit the fretted one, and we are really very good. I mean, this means that we took very well the measurements, right? This string is okay. Probably the next one is not going to be that good because we are gonna see the pair of strings, one, let's say, very well intonated, and the other one may be a little bit sharper or a little bit flatter. Let's see. Now is our 5th string, A. We are in tune. And as you see, we are a little bit sharp. It's just 6 cents according to the Kemper, but we will need to reach a compromise probably. Because if we try to get that string a little bit flatter, what is going to happen is that we are going to lose the intonation at the 6th string. The strings that I don't want to compromise personally in a guitar like this are 6th, right, 3rd, and 1st. So my, let's see, low E, my G, and my high E. Those are the strings that really annoy me a lot if they are not very well intonated. Let's see what happens when we hit the D. It's tuned to pitch, and now fretted. It's a bit sharp, but let's see the G. Let me just give it a touch here. We're good. And let me see fretted. We are a bit flat, and in our D we were on the money, a little bit sharp. What we are going to do is we are going to go, and as we were a little bit flat in the G, we are going to make it a little bit shorter, right? And see how it goes. But for the moment, we are doing really very good. This means that we took the right measurements. That's the harmonic on the D string. Let me tune it to pitch. Tune to pitch. Now we are really very good. And let's see our G. Very, very flat. Let's tune it to pitch. Tune to pitch. And this is really very good. I would say those saddles, the compensation on the saddles are working, right? Is working, sorry. Our B. Let me tune it to pitch. Opa, what's up? Flat, let me tune it to pitch. We're there. Now let's fret the note. We are a bit flat. But let's see the low E, the high E, sorry. Tune to pitch. A little bit sharp. So what we are going to do is, well, let me just give it a touch and see what we can get here. And now again, harmonic at the B, now it became a little bit sharper, as expected. Yes, fretted. Hair flat, but just a hair. Let's see the high E. Tune to pitch. Tune to pitch. And fretted. Really very good. Well, I am really happy with the intonation and these saddles. Believe me, with the traditional saddles, the compensation, the decompensation is much higher. Again, Bender wants to come in. D, now fretted, G, wet, let me touch. This is a very sensitive tuner, guys. Very good, the G. B, fretted, high E. Well, I think it is really very good, taking into account the type of bridge that we are talking about and the type of saddles, right? So looks like the compensation is really working. And now in the next video, because this video is becoming really very long, we will play the guitar and you can hear if there is any noticeable difference in tone, sustain, and we will see how it goes, right? Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, see you very soon in my next videos, and up to that moment, please play your guitars, have fun, and be good. Bye!